All right, you might remember that the former Chief Minister of Chandrababu Naidu was taken in. This is in an investigation against him in what was an alleged skill development scam worth more than 300 crores. We'll tell you more about that scam, but the update that we're bringing you first, that is more important, is that the Supreme Court is saying that it's going to be hearing the former Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister's plea tomorrow. Remember, he's seeking to quash the FIR that has been filed against him. Now, we're going to bring you more details, but essentially the Supreme Court has today itself refused urgent mentioning of this plea. What that means is that they're going to be hearing it, as we just told you, tomorrow. What is the allegation against the former Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister? The allegation against him stands that when his government was in power, his government misdirected funds to shell companies. These were funds that were meant for skill development across the state, more than 300 crore rupees. In fact, the exact amount was 371 crores. The APCID, the Andhra Pradesh CID, had filed this case. Now, my colleague, our legal correspondent, Ananya Bhatnagar, with us to bring us more context. Ananya, I believe the Supreme Court refusing to take up this case for urgent mentioning, saying they're going to take a look at it tomorrow. Bring us more context, please.
Well, definitely. The matter was mentioned by senior advocate Siddharth Luthra, who was appearing for Chandrababu Naidu in this particular case. And very clearly, Mr. Luthra mentioned that, Chandrababu Naidu has been in custody since September 8. And this is the way of curbing down the opposition in the state is what Mr. Luthra said. However, the Chief Justice of India said since it was a unlisted mentioning, since it was an oral request that was directly made without being mentioned in the listing performer, the court said that he might come up with a proper mentioning tomorrow, and after he gets a mentioning performer and a proper mentioning number, he can mention the matter tomorrow itself, and then the Supreme Court can actually take a view on this particular matter. So definitely, the matter has now been shifted to tomorrow. But at this point of time, very, very clearly, Chandrababu Naidu seems to be getting no relief here. The petition goes on to say that the orders of the High Court were erroneous in nature. They were filled with errors, and in fact, the High Court has, overlooked many of the facts which were very, very crucial, and that the arrest of Chandrababu Naidu in this particular case is completely illegal in nature. Remember that this argument has been given since the very beginning, whether we talk of the trial court, whether we talk of the Andhra Pradesh High Court. This argument has been maintained by Chandrababu Naidu's legal team that, the whole case against him is a political vendetta, and there is nothing against Mr. Chandrababu Naidu in this particular case. So,
can you tell our audiences more right now, Ananya, about the arguments that are being made in Chandrababu Naidu's favor? I believe the former Solicitor General of India, Harish Salve, the senior advocate Siddharth Luthra, they're both arguing for him. Can you tell us more about the argument they made in front of the Andhra Pradesh High Court? And then can you tell us more about the judgment the Andhra Pradesh High Court delivered on Friday?
Well, yes, the Andhra Pradesh High Court very, very clearly said that, under a 482 petition, that is a petition requesting a mini trial, cannot be held at this particular stage. And in fact, the case is under investigation, and hence the custody of Chandrababu Naidu is rightly sought. However, Mr. Salve and Mr. Luthra, who were appearing for, in fact, Chandrababu Naidu in this particular case, have very, very clearly mentioned that, the whole arrest and the whole case against Mr. Chandrababu Naidu is a clear and cut political vendetta. And in fact, no kind of a case is made out against him. In fact, his name has been butchered in this particular case, and that's the reason why, in fact, he should be granted a relief in this particular case. However, the High Court rejected all of these arguments and said that, a mini trial cannot be held at this particular stage, and hence the case against Mr. Chandrababu Naidu would be going on.
And can you tell us now, please, Ananya, more about how the APCID is planning to represent their case in the court, in the Supreme Court first, how they represented their case also in the High Court on Friday?
Well, with regards to the Supreme Court, that there is still a time that the matter is to be heard first, and then only if a notice is issued by, in fact, the Supreme Court, then only the APCID would be thinking about its stand before the Supreme Court. But if we talk about the trial court and the High Court, before the trial court, the APCID had got 2 days of custody, which ended yesterday, and then Mr. Chandrababu Naidu was sent to, in fact, judicial custody in this particular case. The agencies have been trying to question Chandrababu Naidu in this particular case. However, how much of it does it succeed is something that we'll have to wait and watch for.